Royce Freeman, with an ankle. He's day to day. He's still being evaluated there. Hopefully he makes it to KC. Deshaun Hamilton with a knee, also day to day. Darren Stewart with a neck. Darren's had his third stinger in 3 weeks, so we'll see about that. And Emmanuel Sanders is okay. His ankle's fine. So that's the fourth from the game. Any questions?
How do you bubble up this motion and energy and kind of keep it go forward?
I think our team's played hard the last, month and a half. Obviously winning a game like that, helps the emotional part, of the football team. But we've played hard. It's a matter of winning some football games and keeping the same feeling. But our team is focused. We have no problem working during the week, and it's a matter of finishing and winning. Simple as that.
What did you see defensively when you did? I assume you already watched the film.
Yeah.
What did you see defensively that kind of triggered that onslaught? We kind of haven't seen that type of just avalanche of plays in a while.
I think, Troy, just getting back to dictating on first and second down. That's how this thing's built on defense. Obviously closing the middle and playing man coverage, rushing 5 and stopping the run, first of all. And when a quarterback throws the ball, rushing the quarterback and covering your guys, it's very simple, and winning third downs. But I think that's the beauty of being a 3-4 defense on first, second down. Is rushing 5 and playing man coverage and really dictating to the offense on what's going to happen the first 2 downs. And if you win the first 2 downs, the third down is usually longer, and you win third down, you're off the field. So I think just getting back to doing what our guys do best, and that's rushing and covering.
Vance Bradley Roby said that he felt like he stepped up his preparation this week. Did you witness any of that or any kind of change in him that led to that performance?
Well, he's been working hard. I mean, he realized that he didn't play good against the Jets. That was one of his worst games of the year, obviously. I thought he bounced back decently against the Rams. He had a couple plays there, but he played really well yesterday. And for this defense to work, the corners have to play well. Chris has played well the entire season. In my opinion, Roby has had his moments, and I thought Brock played well the last 2 weeks as far as covering his guy. He didn't tackle well against the Rams at all, but he covered his guy. So if the corners play well in this defense, we can play good defense.
This is the first time the offensive line, this group, played a full game together. How did you evaluate their performances as a group?
Well, first of all, I thought Max filling in for Ron did a great job. I mean, he played with great energy. He played physical. He was good in the pass game. I thought Connor bounced back and played solid. And both tackles played well. I thought Bosey played one of his best games of the year. So it's good to see those young guys play so good. And watching Bose, he played with great technique. He played with great poise. That Chandler Jones was a great rusher, and Bosey blocked him. So I was proud of him.
No, just fundamentals.
Yeah, just doing what he's coached to do and playing with great poise. And, Bosey's a great athlete. So I'm not surprised when he can block a Chandler Jones one-on-one because he's physically capable. It's just consistency he has to work on.
Is Case Keenum playing at the level you want him to play at this point of the season, just in terms of comfort with everything?
I thought Case played good football yesterday, especially on third downs, Nikki. He made some plays. I mean, a couple third downs, we had no one open. And he made some plays moving around in the pocket and finding DT a couple times to convert third downs, especially early in the football game. So I think Case is getting better and better each week, honestly. He had one bad play yesterday with Patrick Peterson. That's a guy, if you challenge that guy, you can't be wrong. And so that play hurt him. But other than that, he played good football for us.
Lindsey put up good numbers again. What's he doing that's such a challenge on defenses?
I think with Lindsey's so different as a halfback. He's a smaller guy who's a really good receiver. He's a matchup problem for linebackers, even safety. So when he goes in a game, defenses are guessing. So he's getting a lot of shell coverage. So when he gets the ball in between the tackles, it's really a soft box. And he's finding it. He's quick to the second level, and he breaks tackles for a little guy. I think when Royce comes in the game, here comes the big bad Royce. It's a heavy box most of the time. So he's getting heavier boxes, and Phillips is getting more fair boxes because of his skill set. So it's a good combination. But Phillips is a good football player. I mean, it's not a accident that he's making plays. I mean, he's consistently made plays each week. So whatever he's given each week, he's making the best of it.
Does it surprise you how good he's been between the tackles?
No, he was that way during training camp, but a back with his size, I mean, you wouldn't think he's got that kind of, vision to run in between the tackles, but he does, and he does break tackles with his speed. So he's been a good player for us. I mean, thank God we've got the little guy.
I think Will Parks did fill in for Stewart.
I thought Parks, he played good. He played about 55 to 60 snaps, and with Stu's deal, I mean, he may have to play more for us, but he's in his third year, so he should play that way for us. He's played good dime for us the last month and a half, but he did a good job at safety last night, just making the calls, closing the middle and in coverage on tight end. So I was pleased with Parksy last night. I really was.
You had the game well in hand.
Yeah.
Any thought, was there a discussion about putting in some of the backups, Chad Kelly and a few of the other guys in the fourth quarter?
No, we're trying to finish the game, Mike. We didn't want to go out and go sloppy. We had our guys in the game. We had a good plan going, and the guys were playing well. So we didn't want to, finish the game sloppy. We played Isaac a little bit in the back end there because of, Brock being nicked a little bit, and Chris got a little tired. But as far as that, I'm not a believer in putting in a bunch of backups late in the game to finish the game. I want to finish the game right. So our team deserved that last night.
Opponent, is there really something to be said for a confidence builder for guys like Roby, for guys like Foles, those guys who may have been struggling to really go out there and have a great game?
Yeah, I think opponent-wise in this league, everyone's playing NFL football. I wish it was easy. I wish they wasn't a good team last night. I wish they didn't have good playmakers, but they do. And if you don't play good football, you don't beat that team last night. So I'm not going to discount that football team or discount, what we did last night, because it's NFL football. And if you don't play your best each week, you'll lose in this league. So obviously that team's won one game, but when you watch them on tape, defensively especially, it's a really good defense. And offensively, they've got some weapons. David Johnson's a Pro Bowl player, so is Fitz, and Kirk is a really good player. They have a young quarterback that's not where he wants to be, but as far as our performance, it was an NFL game last night, and we won.
Sacks those last two games.
I'm sorry?
Brad has 5 sacks his last game. Is that a result of using him differently or opportunities presenting themselves? Does it feel like early in the season he was in coverage or maybe more a run guy?
No. I think the calls dictate that, Troy. He's a Sam backer in our base package where he's rushing most of the time, but if one guy drops, he's the dropper, he's the Sam, and in nickel, he's a defensive end along with Vaughn, so he's rushing most of the time. So I don't think that's changed, what he's done for it. I think playing with a lead, that helps Vaughn, that helps Chubby. They're down by 3 or 4 scores, and they have to throw it. Right, Von Miller loves that. Chubby loves that. So I think playing with a lead for those two guys is critical. We got 14 sacks combined between those dudes.
You guys heard Adam Jones, Shane Ray, any of those Valdir, any of those you expect back?
I think Adam Jones is going to play this week. That's going to help us obviously at corner and as a returner. I think Jared is day to day. He's close. I think Shane Ray's going to be close this week. Obviously, Shane's motivated. He wants to go home and play well, so we'll see about Shane. But right now we're a little beat up. You play 2 games in 5 days, but we have 10 days to recover, so we'll see.
Now that you have those 10 days, how can you use those to, now you're past the Thursday night, how can you use those days to prepare for Kansas City and improve on some of the things offensively?
We gave the guys off the weekend, but the staff's going to work a little bit, and we'll come back Monday and start KC. It's extra day. We just played them a month ago, so I think as far as game planning-wise, that's going to help us. And they played very similar opponents defensively and offensively. So we'll see. Obviously it's going to be a big challenge going to KC to beat that team. They're still scoring at a high rate, so defensively it's going to be a challenge, and they're getting some guys back on their defense. So it's going to be hard. But again, man, we love the challenge. We love it. So we're looking forward to it.
What's the message to the players over their weekend when they have off?
Obviously recover, Use this time to recover. You've played 2 games in 5 days, and we are sore and beat up a little bit. The training room's full of players. So most of the guys will be around here tomorrow getting treatments and working out a little bit. So just use this time to recover and come back Monday with the mindset to go win a game.
Johnson, 2.8 yards of carry. What kind of encouraging signs did you see from your front?
It's a good sign, you know. I mean, to go from giving up 200 yards to one guy to holding that guy to to those numbers is encouraging for us. But that's what we can do, you know. Once we're focused on fitting our gaps and actually tackling guys, you know, we can be a dominant front as far as stopping the run. So again, it hadn't been our problem. It has been the last 2 weeks, and hopefully we can fix it moving forward.
Do you expect to bring in depth with Roman going down this week?
Yes, I met with John this morning about bringing some depth in. So we're going through the wires now and different practice squads to see who's available. But yes, we have to bring one guy in to fill that roster spot. Yes, I'm sorry.
Do you see Casey's mobility getting better? He's had the sore knee and the knee brace. Do you think he's any closer to being able to ditch that knee brace? Do you think it's affected his play at all?
Well, he's played with a brace, you know, over his career, you know, on that knee. But how he's moving, in my opinion, is okay. You know, he ran for a big first down against the Rams last week. He ran for one last night. He moved around on third down. So I think he's moving okay. You know, and the knee brace kind of looks a little awkward, but I think he's worn it in the past, and I don't think it hurts him moving at all.
Do you think it affects him on any throws?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so at all.
Coach,
Yes.
that win obviously was big for confidence, but now you got to get them Kansas City at Arrowhead. It's a different type of challenge.
Sure.
What do you think about, what do you do as far as refocusing them for this next game?
I think our team's focused, Mike. I really do. You know, we're 3-4. You know, we're not a team that's rolling right now. We won one game. You know, we lost 4 in a row. So I think the guys like the feeling of winning. You know, and we played that football team, you know, really well last time and came away, you know, with an emotional loss. So I think the guys want to get back at it. You know, just get back at it and have a chance to go see if we can rectify that last loss versus KC. It's a divisional opponent. It's going to be a packed house. It's going to be rocking. So we're looking forward to it. You know, it won't be easy, but I think our guys obviously enjoy winning and they want to win. So we'll see.
Why is it so hard to win division road games in the West?
I think every NFL game's hard to win. You know, I mean, the average, you know, points you give up is you start with 3, you know, on the road, and I think the crowd noise is always tough, and just the travel is always tough. It's, you know, it all goes against you, you know. And when you're playing a good football team like KC, it doesn't get any easier. So we have to have a great plan and have the right mindset to go win there. I mean, it's not going to be easy, but we're looking forward to it.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, guys. Enjoy your weekend. All right.